Hello, Scorpio. Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the month of May 2025. Scorpio, we're poking our noses into May to see what may be going on for you. Please remember, it's a general reading. It's not going to resonate for everybody, but welcome here, Scorpio. Whether you've been here before or not, you are always welcome in this space. If you've not been here before and you'd like to stay, there is a subscription button down in the bottom right-hand corner of this little square where I live. I'm using the archetype deck first. We're going to see what sort of energy you're going to have to be in, Scorpio, in order to put up with whatever the universe is throwing at you in the month of May. Tell me about Scorpio. Tell me about Scorpio, please. We've got an angel. Okay. It says, helping those in need with no expectations of return. Well, that's kind of Scorpio right on the spot. Look, I know quite a few Scorpios, and I haven't yet come across one who wasn't that kind of person, who wasn't somebody who, might shake their finger at you and say, quit being stupid. This is what you need to do, but they're going to help you out anyway. That's what Scorpio is here. And, just really deep and beautiful energy. That's the way I experience it. Anyway, look, every sign has its dark side. The Pioneer, it says, the light attribute says, passion for doing and creating what has not yet been done before. So clearing new paths here, new ideas, bright ideas, possibly heart space ideas. All right, this deck here, this is the overall energy for the month. So you're going to be in this angel, this helping those in need with no expectations of return. Feel like you're going to be in that kind of energy for the month, that you'll be open to helping those who maybe are not able to help themselves. What's going on in the month of May? We've got truth be told. So it feels like somebody is going to maybe pour their heart out. I think it's time, I want to say, with the fates here. We've got card number 17. This is card number 14. And this is temperance energy. Truth be told tells me that somebody's mask is slipping here. It feels like somebody has been giving you one face, but they actually mean a totally different thing. It does feel like with this owl here that there is something that's changing here, but what's changing is actually bringing something into balance with card number 14 here. 1 and 4 is 5. It could be that you've been feeling like, it does feel like somebody's going to be dropping a mask here, and so you're going to be seeing a side of them you never saw before. And I think that the side of them that you're seeing is one that is really heartfelt, and that they're open-hearted, and that somebody's been having a transformation going on in their life, and maybe the transformation or the transition that they've been dealing with, and it could be you, is requiring them to be authentic. And so they're trying to drop their mask. Being authentic about feelings, being authentic about love, and it doesn't always have to be romantic, right? It can be platonic as well. But it feels like this is the time for it because we've got the fates. And this person, their eyes are covered. They can't really see what's going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stars. It does feel like there's some healing that's going down here. Could be with the masculine. Could be with the yang. Could be some healing that's coming to a masculine here. This deck here, we're going to look at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the month, and then we're going to clarify it a little bit. Tell me about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got a firm foundation. We've got discontent and boredom. And we have the universe. Well, it's the end of your discontent and boredom, I would say. We have fulfillment of wishes that's coming up for you. Firm foundation. It feels like you are feeling pretty solid in the month of May. I want to say that this truth be told energy has something to do with that. It feels almost like you've scaled some sort of a mountain, or there's an obstacle that is now out of the way, because truths are coming to the surface. People are opening their hearts, being honest and truthful with you. You could be the one that's opening your heart. But it feels like transformation is happening within the heart space. So people are dropping their masks. People are becoming more authentic. And this is something that's happening around the world, right? As people wake up more, they're deciding that they're not going to be snowed by media. They're waking up. They're seeing their lives for what their lives really are, and they're becoming authentic and dropping the mask. It feels like building a firmer foundation is what's happening for you in the month of May. And it feels like it's the end of your discontent and boredom. It feels like it feels like a comfort zone, but in the comfort zone, nothing grows, right? So it feels as though somebody might be coming out of their comfort zone and showing people who they really are, pulling off the mask. I'm not saying you're wearing a mask. In your case, it could be somebody who's wearing the mask, but it feels like it's like this insurmountable thing that you never thought that you would be able to do. There's a mountain here, and I feel like it's something that you've been wanting to do, but it felt like you just could not scale the mountain. We've got 2 4s here. We got 3 actually, because we got 14. So 4, 4, 4. You could be somebody who has decided to go outside of your comfort zone to step into the Emperor's shoes. There's something here that you're accomplishing at the end of the month, or there's some sort of a milestone that you'll be celebrating here. So we'll look at that as well. Let's look at some tarot, see what we can find out through the tarot. Tell me about this firm foundation. I feel like you're going to feel really sturdy, steady, celebratory. To me, this is the 4 of Wands. That there's going to be something to celebrate this month. But I feel like what you're celebrating is that you're coming out of some sort of a comfort zone that you were in. And whether that means you weren't really talking to people, or maybe you were trying to keep your heart safe, could be that. To me, that's the 4 of Cups. Tell me about this firm foundation. What do we need to know about this firm foundation? Tell me about Scorpio. Okay. Got the 5 of Cups. Seems like it's a really big, insurmountable mountain of regret. I feel like you're letting go of the regret. We've got the King of Pentacles, getting more stability, feeling like you can grow. It feels like you're getting out of the comfort zone. It feels like this 4 of Wands energy is celebration or excitement for stability. Maybe you're buying a house, selling a house. There is something here that's growing. And, grapes are here on the King of Pentacles, all over the cloak of the King of Pentacles here. And the King's doing it without effort. Eyes are closed. Doing it without effort. It feels like if it's going to become effortless. Not without its regrets. And the regrets to me feel like I wish I could have done this sooner is what it feels like, because something here is really turning in your favor, Scorpio, and it feels like stability or something that took really long. I'm moving really slow. I didn't want to make that decision. It's fixed energy. It's Taurus energy, but also Virgo and Capricorn. It's fixed energy. Something has taken a really long time, and maybe you regret that you didn't do it sooner. We do have the 8 of Swords, and it was because you were sort of up in your head. So I feel like there's a decision that it needs to be made at the beginning of the month. And the beginning of the month is to get stability of the mind. It feels like with the 8 of Swords and the 4 Wands here, that it feels like somebody, first of all, could be buying or selling a house. I think I already said that. But the 8 of Swords is telling me that somebody is holding back or unsure if I have enough finances, if I have enough stability. It could be at the beginning of the month you're not quite sure, that maybe you're in a little bit of regret that maybe I should have grown this quicker, or I could be at the King of Pentacles place if I would have grown this quicker. It is a little bit of regret, it feels like, for some of you. Tell me about this discontent and boredom. And tell me about the truth be told. Let's find out what's going on here. I've got a lot of 4s. There's a lot of stability coming this month, it feels like. Look at that. We've got the Fool. We've got the Hermit. And we've got the Knight of Wands. Truth be told, something is breaking wide open. Ooh, Judgment's here. Something is breaking wide open in the month of May for you. And it's going to pull you right out of some sort of a comfort zone. You might be one of those fixed signs who just doesn't like surprises. And I feel like a door is about to swing open for you, because I feel like it's either you who's realized you've got to drop the mask and open your heart. It's time to transform that space. I feel like you feel safe enough to do it because card 14 is temperance. I feel like you feel in a safe enough, stable enough energy. There's stability all over this reading. It feels like something comes into stability for you. The Hermit energy here, Virgo energy, it feels like you've gone through some sort of a self-audit and feeling like you're good enough now to open the door to get, or maybe you have enough strength, maybe enough power, maybe you're feeling enough power, like the Knight of Wands is very brave. Maybe you're feeling brave and it's time to get out of your comfort zone here. It's time for you to show who you really are truthfully to the people who are around you. And that's not to say that you were hiding yourself, but I feel like sometimes for you, Scorpio, it can be a little bit hard for you to be to let people see on the surface what's going on because you don't want to be judged. But I also feel like you're so emotional underneath the surface that sometimes you just don't want to be that vulnerable because once the tap is turned on, it's turned on, right? We got Judgment on the bottom of the deck here. Oh, and Temperance. We were just talking about that, card number 14, right? And so it does feel like there is a decision that is made for something to show up again or come back round. And this time you're ready for it because you're in the Knight of Wands energy and you've already gone over all the details in your mind. You've gone over the self-audit. Now it's time for the door to open. All that's left is your vulnerability because the Four of Cups here is your inability to be open with your heart space. But I feel with this Truth Be Told card that this month you are finally going to open the heart space. Temperance is when things come together. And we can't do anything before Temperance is ready to show. These are both major arcana cards, and Judgment is here as well. So whatever is meant for you will never pass you by, and I think that's what's going on here. That it did take time for you to understand that you have to be open, brave, that you can't always be closed off. And that's why doors open. Doors open for, like, the universe favors the brave. I feel like you're going to be really brave and open your heart to someone, something, or just become more vulnerable, no matter what the situation is. Just become more vulnerable. Tell me about the Universe card. This is the World card. Something here, it's like a really big accomplishment. It's something you can accomplish and then you can move forward. So we've literally got the World card and the Fool. So I feel like what's been holding you back from whatever you have been wanting to accomplish, I feel like it's because you could not be vulnerable. And I feel like your vulnerability is going to show this month. Tell me about the Universe, please. It's some sort of an accomplishment or a milestone that you've gone through here. It's closing a chapter for you. We've got the Queen of Cups. So what you're doing now is your accomplishment, your milestone is you're showing people that you are also, you have a softer energy as well, which is compassion and kindness and love. And you're offering people cups now, is what it feels like here. So you really are becoming more vulnerable. We have the Two of Wands. You've been at the Two of Wands for a long time, waiting to take action. I'm not really sure if I should take the action or not. It feels like you're planning to take action. I feel like I'm going to say that it's something that you were planning, but you could not execute. Fate had to step in and say it's time and bring you all these major arcana, right? Got the Five of Wands. So I feel like, the World card is also the endings of things. And so I think that we got 5 and 2 is 7. The end of feeling defensive, keeping yourself behind the boundaries. Maybe your boundaries were too tight. We've got the Five of Wands, no more indecision. We've got the Two of Wands. You're now executing the plan, I think. And you're coming out of this comfort zone that you had here. No more regrets, because now you have stability and things now start to move forward. You start to flourish. You start to grow. When we are blocked off or we can't be vulnerable, it's a big block to everything, to work, to family, to relationships, to home, to hearth, everything. It's a block to everything. And I think that you're busting through that block with the Knight of Wands here. 7 of Wands here, but the Knight of Wands is here. So I feel like you're crossing the boundary or maybe tearing down the boundaries. Maybe your boundaries were too tight. We've got at the bottom of the deck, we've got 2 of Swords. We've got the Strength card and we have the Ace of Pentacles. So a decision is being made to stop holding back, to move forward. Oh, this is really lovely. Oh, look at this. Look at all of this. Whoo, boy, this is really lovely. Look, you open the floodgates, I think, in the month of May. That's what it feels like. It feels like it was really scary for you to open up the door and stick out your nose and show people who you are. But I feel like in the month of May, you need to do it in order to be able to be the best version of you, to be able to help other people. The way you're helping other people is by showing them how to be vulnerable. I feel like you've been a tough nut to crack, but it feels like it's because of things that have made you've been feeling in regret in the past from opening up to people, and I feel like that's what shut you down. So we have the Two of Swords, then we have the Strength card. So making a decision to stop holding back, because you've been holding yourself back from the Ace of Pentacles, and then I pulled this. Look at this. You've also been holding yourself back from love. We have the Emperor, the Empress, the Ten of Cups, and the Lovers, y'all. Wow. So when you finally do close this chapter and you stop fighting yourself, you stop battling your feelings, and you drop some of your boundaries here, I feel like you become really brave. And when you do, you break some sort of a barrier by making a decision to show people how truly vulnerable you can still be. Strong. You can still be masculine. You can still be feminine. You can still be strong. You can still stand in your own shoes. You can still get respect from people, but you can also still show them softness and love. You can show them that you choose love. And I feel like it's this, truth be told, is when you're finally honest with yourself. That's really beautiful. Wow. And this here, helping those who need with no expectations of return. I feel like you are the example, is what it is. You're showing people how it is to be the example of someone who is trying to be brave in their life and come out from behind some sort of fear wall here. This deck I'm just using for advice, so let's find out what sort of advice we can give for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have nature's signs. It says, be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continually. We need only to open our ears and our minds. So I feel like you're opening your ears and your mind this month. We have butterflies. You're going to start to see things you never saw before. You're going to start learning from nature. We learned from the river that we can't stop the river. And if we throw something into the river, that it's going to get to the place it needs to go, but we have no control over that. We also see butterflies, right, that are teaching us about transformation, which we also have no control over. So I feel like you've decided that you're going to lose your expectations and allow the universe to direct you wherever it is that you need to go. One more card, we've got the Magical Gateway. It says it takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. I think that's what you're doing. It's really beautiful, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. I think that's what you're doing here, that you are stepping forward into the Magical Gateway and showing people exactly what a beautiful, healed, emotionally available, emotionally intelligent Scorpio looks like. Got friendship. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. Really beautiful. All right, I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you, Scorpio. I'm going to go for now, but of course I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys and have the most beautiful May. I'm going to go for now. Bye-bye.